Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Little question that this is one of the most striking structures in all of sport, the Allianz Arena. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder.
It's Krychowiak! It's anyone's ball. And they've been caught out here. And out it comes again. Krychowiak. Krychowiak! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Zielinski, short, knocks it away, goes for goal! And somehow it stayed out. And it's played forward. Drives it towards the front. Hoists it forward. And it's Krychowiak.
Dutch.
Here's Lewandowski.
Poland signed off an extraordinary campaign, beating the holders Brazil to finish third.
Lato! And he's there!
The mesmeric Lato won the Golden Boot.
Lewandowski hits one! Goal! Poland! And it's Poland who take the lead.
Poland produced a lovely sequence of passes there. It's a terrific brand of football to watch, and importantly, it is a strong end product.
After the break, we will bring you all of the team news from Poland against Saudi Arabia. We'll see you very soon.
They're quite late for kick-off.
Come on! I'm coming!
Oh, bit tense. And that's why KFC Delivery sponsors ITV's coverage of the FIFA World Cup.
Add cognac and flopper.
Be a bad time for the broadband to go down. Don't worry, Vodafone full fibre broadband is up to 5 times more reliable than standard. You did switch to Vodafone, right? Switch to full fibre 500 for just £30 per month.
Let's get in the moment now, Peloton.
From the right flank. Now,
Halfway
next?
through. Don't hold anything back.
Forward it goes. Chance to shoot. Boom.
Come on, you got this.
Let's go. Bring that energy.
Turn it up. Love it.
Get up to £500 off Peloton packages.
It's here. 64 games off. Whoa. Whoa! United need to sign him now.
Who's that number 9? He's proper class.
The boot on him! Whoa! Oi, that kit is live! With up to £5 million in free bets available, play our new daily shootout game for free and discover a World Cup like no other. Sky Bet, that's betting better.
There could be more on the way.
Zoe's finally joining the early morning swim, spurred on by a new Apple Watch Series 8 she got from Vitality for £39 if she stays active.
Because Vitality is different, we don't just protect you, we encourage you to stay healthy too.
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Deftly done. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Zielinski, and it's got through. And the ball is out of play. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Could be a chance here.
Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Nobody's going to argue with that. Bednarek. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Kamil Glik gets into a dangerous position. Played into space out wide. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Hoists it forward. And he's straight offside.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang saya pilih untuk menonton Piala Dunia itu di bagian atas ini. Coba kita buka aplikasinya. Nah, di sini sangat banyak sekali. Pilih resolusi sesuai dengan keinginan. Dan kita tinggalnya ya. Baik.
Tries to switch the play. Zielinski. Zielinski proving impossible to wrestle off the ball.
Ini saya sudah memakainya cukup lama. Piala Dunia itu di bagian atas ini ya ke tutorialnya ya. Nah,
and here's the chance to counter. That's a decent ball. He's got away. Has a hit! Zielinski, who does have an assist to his name. The Just brushed off the ball there. Tries to dink it in. Kamil Glick. Forward it goes. Krychowiak. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Ball's out on the left now. Oh, that's neat. And has a pop! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Saudi Arabia are 3-0 behind, but three-quarters of the game still to rescue.
Today, yeah, he missed the penalty in the last game.
Zielinski. Gets it back.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter. Once he got into that position, it's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Played in with accuracy. Cleared away. Out of play for a throw. Here it comes. Strong punch. Krychowiak battles to win it back. And Poland now can counter. Finds himself eased off the ball. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Done very well to intervene. And it's played forward. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's lifted it over. Tries to get it forward quickly. Bednarek. Bednarek. Kamil Glick. Krychowiak. Oh, shooting chance! gets it out.
হ্যালো বন্ধুরা, এই ভিডিও বাংলাদেশ, অতএব আপনারা যারা
kali ini 3.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger.
Oke guys, jadi sebelum lanjut saya upload video terbaru sana, kalian nonton Piala Dunia gratis lewat handphone, kalian mau Android bentar atau di sini saya udah share juga sih, bisa nonton video di sini, kalian tinggal nanti disiapin segitu aja.
Hoists it forward. Tries to stroke it through. And that's been won straight back. Great run on the overlap here. Now the counter. And once more they can't get through. And it's Lewandowski. He's through the middle. Brings it forward. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And it's played forward. Zielinski. That's not going to make it. Tries to locate someone up front.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Camille Glick. Bednarek. Camille Glick. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Krychowiak. Bednarek. Lovely feet. Now the cross. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Oh, really good feet. Whipped in. Szczesny has that under control. Plays it long. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And it's been taken short. Tries a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Forget the car accident.
So if they've had that many good players at Red Side Centre, and even this side, why have they underachieved as much as they do at international football, especially in big tournaments?
Yeah, I thought that 2016.
half-time whistle goes. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
Et les Polonais, il y a notamment Przemek Frankowski, le Lensois, qui sera titularisé couloir gauche, et Lewandowski en attaque, épaulé cette fois par Arek Milik, l'ancien Marseillais. On va se mettre en place pour les hymnes, avec l'hymne national de la Pologne, la mazurka de Jean-Henri Dąbrowski, qui est un chant patriotique polonais écrit en 1797 et qui est devenu l'hymne national polonais en 1927.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Looking for a decent ball in. And that's been levered clear. Just stuck towards its target.
And now, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem of Saudi Arabia.
والآن يرجى الاستمرار بالوقوف في حال القدرة لعزف النشيد الوطني للمملكة العربية السعودية.
It's Poland against Saudi Arabia, and the action after this break.
Come on! I'm going to miss the game!
Yeah, you are. And that's why KFC Delivery sponsors ITV's coverage of the FIFA World Cup.
This December, I'll be delivering our biggest ever prize win. £16.9 million is going to land in one lucky postcode area.
And this massive prize is guaranteed to be won.
We're going to be really busy.
Your neighbours could already be playing.
So join in before midnight tomorrow.
£16.9 million. I really hope it's your door we're knocking on. Yeah! Come on!
Get your kicks on Just Eat. Have it, have it, have it. Matchtime meal deals on Just Eat. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
And it all comes down to this one single moment off the midfield.
All the feelings of football, sponsored by Google Pixel 7.
So Group C action between Poland and a Saudi Arabian side that overcame Argentina on their first round of matches. Well, let's take a look at the teams. And for Poland, 3 changes for the Mexico stalemate, as Christian Bielik, who plays on loan at Birmingham City, comes into the side. The other notable change sees Arkadiusz Milik start as a long-called-for strike partner for Robert Lewandowski. As for Saudi Arabia, well, this is a home from home, and this is a special symbolic gesture here because Yasser Al-Sharani, who had that facial injury, is in hospital and he's recovered. And his teammates showing their support for him in his absence. And let's have a look at their side. And with Al-Sharani out, well, Saudi Arabia have had to bring in another left back in Mohamed Al-Buraik. And one of the 3 changes he is that also sees injured captain Salman Al-Faraj make way for Sami Al-Naji. Still 8 of this 11 play for 18-time domestic champions Al Hilal, who of course are linked with a move for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Education City Stadium, a home from home for Saudi Arabia, but they face one of the most fearsome strikers in world football, in Robert Lewandowski. You can just about call him a veteran now, but his form has been excellent post-30. And on the opposite side, one of Asia's best players, Salam Al-Dosiri, who scored an excellent goal against Argentina in what was a truly excellent display from Saudi Arabia. The underdogs, they say, have overachieved already, but they are confident and they will feel they could cause Poland problems. If you can cause Argentina an issue, you can certainly cause this Poland side an issue. Let's see what happens. Piotr Zielinski, creative player in that Poland midfield, will get us underway. And away we go. Saudi Arabia on cloud 9 after that Argentina win. Can they stay there by beating Poland? A point that I put to you, Andros Townsend.
Well, the short answer is yes, of course they can. But I think it's going to be a lot more difficult because they've lost that element of surprise. Yes, Argentina would have done all the video research in the world, but them, like the rest of the world, would have believed Saudi Arabia was going to come here in a low block, 11 men behind the ball, and look to frustrate Argentina. But they did the complete opposite. They had the highest line I think I've ever seen in world football. So I don't think they'll be able to get away with that again, but it's going to be a great game.
And already a few meaty challenges going in from Saudi Arabian players. No backward step from them. The side who may all play in their domestic league, but they showed wasn't too much of a problem against players they don't play against every week. An eye on this Poland system. We thought maybe 4-4-2, thoughts about 4-3-3, but the key thing is getting support up to Lewandowski.
Yeah, my initial impression would be a 4-4-2, Milik up front. Poland in the first game against the Mexicans, they went very direct to Lewandowski, and yes, he's a big boy, but they're not his qualities. You need him in and around the box, so if they're going to go direct, can they go direct to Milik? Get runners off Milik and get Lewandowski in and around that box.
Now break with an excellent ball, and Saudi Arabia looking for a free kick on the edge of the area. The first midfield break from Al-Naji, and Poland able to clear. Crowd wasn't too happy with that. Milik trying to get on the end of that. Al-Amri is there. There's going to be some energy to this game. Abdul Hamid, who loves to get forward. Cover already. Bereshinski. Wojciech Szczesny. Boos for every Poland player when they touch the ball. We saw when Denmark played Tunisia, great support for the Tunisian team, and Denmark tried to take the sting out of the game and took the sting out of their own game. Again, that pressure, which Argentina found difficult eventually. Hervé Renard. His stock, if it wasn't high already, it certainly is in Africa in any case. It's risen at this World Cup after that opening match display. Now Brink. They're getting so many bodies forward. Al-Dosiri in and again. Poland already under pressure. Hasn't taken the Saudis long.
No, they've literally picked up where they left off. against the Argentinians. Definitely spurred on by this crowd, incredible. All you can see is green shirts everywhere. It's unbelievable to think there isn't a home game for Saudi Arabia. And let me tell you, the old cliche goes, the crowd are the 12th man, but I'm telling you, it does make a massive difference, especially when you're playing against a better Poland side on paper.
And that ball bouncing around, drop to a Poland player able to clear. They'll win a free kick, and every moment like that's going to feel like a relief for them in these early stages. Christian Bielik thought he might drop into the back three, but it's that defensive midfield position for him.
Yeah, when you're playing a game against, normally away from home against a partisan crowd, what you say is first 5-10 minutes, no nonsense. Don't be playing it around the back. Can we get the ball into the front man, get runners off him, and really settle down into the game, get our confidence going, and then after that we can start to play.
Saw a brief shot there of the Poland coach, Czesław Mieniewicz. And he took charge at the beginning of this year, just in time to overcome Sweden in the playoffs, to reach this point.
You could tell he wasn't happy their first half display against Mexico. They were far too deep, and literally as soon as the second half started, you could see Zielinski try and get a lot closer to Lewandowski, get some pressure on that Mexican back line. But unfortunately, it was too little too late. Mexico were too settled in the game, had their confidence, and they were able to control that game from start to finish.
There's already pressure on Mati Cash, right back for Poland. Becoming an attacking weapon for them, but Saudi Arabia already looking to put him under pressure. Outbreak, the ball forwards. There's going to be a lot of those appeals, I would imagine. But Mati Cash, who's settled into this Poland side. Referee, incidentally, Wilton Sampaio of Brazil.
Yeah, he's used to it, Mati Cash. He's an experienced player, played long enough in the Premier League. Probably a player that's very unlucky not to be an England international if it wasn't for the wealth of talent we have down that side. But listen, he's playing against a good player, Al-Dosiri, but I'm sure he's more than equipped to handle anything he can throw at him.
Flick back to Szczesny. It's going to be a fascinating game, you can tell that already. The long ball played forward and Milik gets it under control. Lewandowski wanted that ball played first time and straight away. Getting behind here, Zielinski ball across, keeping it alive with Cash, and Cash miscued that. Alois took it very well under his own crossbar, under pressure as well from Milik.
Yeah, and what that long ball does, it's not pretty, it's not how fans want to see their team play, but it gets the defence turned, it gets the whole Polish 11 into the opposition half, and then you can really press the Saudi team when they eventually do win it back, which the Polish side are now doing.
That Hurley pressure there, Poland. Grzegorz Krakowiak in the way. One of a few players on this pitch, Andros, that you've played against, including Lewandowski.
You know what? Fun fact, I never knew I played against Lewandowski until a couple of days ago, which is terrible. Apparently I played against him in 2014 before he was who he was. But yeah, no, it's a real honour when I found out to know that I played against a great.
It wasn't that great on their day then, I assume.
No, I was better than him.
Leave it at that. Talk about your combinations with Mati Cash as well, Sue. Lewandowski couldn't get that under control. The Saudi Arabia without Al-Dosiri. The technical skills. Forward player. Brilliant goal. Now break. Saw the break and the gap. And that is ambitious to say the least, but that is the confidence. It took a touch as well for a corner.
Yeah, you could tell confidence high in this Saudi team. I think it was Al-Dosiri who made this happen, went inside, allowed the left back Al-Barak to get round him. Yeah, listen, I can't really criticise him because that's probably what I'm known for, them pot shots from 30 yards that sail high, wide and handsome, but no, he's got inside a corner, an early chance to put the pressure on this Polish defence.
Because so many of yours go in.
Yeah.
And there's a corner to take for Saudi Arabia. They have so much energy already. They believe, they really do. Al-Naji, in goes the corner. And just about get it away. Ono back inside. Al-Dosiri Goes for the diagonal. Mashinsky clearing that ball away, and Poland see already going to find it hard to contain this Saudi Arabian side. Al-Dasiri might get it back. Cash. There wasn't an option there for him. And that ball didn't go out of play for a goal kick, so it'll just be a throw into Poland. Matty Cash, of course, used to that Premier League pressure, but this is a different kind of Saudi Arabian side.
Yeah, it is, and I was worried that the manager, Hervé Renard, would spring a surprise and play a completely different way to try and shock the Polish side the same way they did the Argentinians, but they've started exactly the same way. High pressure, high line, not allowing these Polish players to settle at all, and you can see us getting to the Polish players.
And already Lewandowski and Saudi Arabia's favourite centre-back, Al-Bulahi, having a few words. Bulahi had a few words with Messi as well in the last game.
Yeah, and we know from the managers, the video that got released of him at half-time, you know they're going to be targeting Lewandowski, trying to unsettle him, not allow him to get in his rhythm.
Poland looking to get in their rhythm. Krakowiak. Kinski playing it in. Oh, was a miss by the defender. Couldn't quite reach Zielinski. Lucky break for Bulahi.
First goal is so important for Poland, more than Saudi Arabia. When you're playing a team you know you're better than, if you get that first goal, you know they'll have to change their tactics, spaces will open up and you could get 3 or 4. Similar to England against Iran. Iran are a very good side, but England scored early. You saw the gap start to appear in England, picked them apart after that, and I know this Polish side will be looking to do the same.
Let's try not to speak about England in this game. Yesterday, Saudi.
And it's a trademark crisp white shirt.
المدرب إيرفين ونار ما بين شوطي مباراة الأرجنتين.
His numbers.
Here comes Saudi Arabia. They've had the tails up at the start of this game.
On the cover, Krakowiak, heavy touch. It's away with Milik. Krakowiak can't get away to play the ball. Are we going to see an early yellow card? No. Referee just trying to calm things down, I believe. But there's Cano getting his foot in again. He did so many occasions.
Yeah, for me in the first game, he was the main man for Saudi Arabia. Cano, technically gifted, great passer of the ball. Most of the play went through him. But the way Saudi Arabia started this game, I think they're looking to target the wide areas. Al-Brikhan, Al-Dasiri look to combine in the wide areas and break Poland down that way.
He got caught as he made the challenge. Cano. Cash. Cash forced to go inside and then losing it. And a lucky break for Cash, trying to slip it through. Referee calls it back. And that was interesting because Lewandowski would have been in.
Yeah, we're used to referees letting that one go a few seconds to see if Poland do score and then allow VAR to decide, but the referee made his decision and whatever Lewandowski did after that was irrelevant.
A little unfortunate there, Matty Cash. If you don't know already, Polish mother allowed Matty Cash to qualify for this. Previously been eligible for England. As Andros said, there's so many options at right back. Cano driving forward. What a run this is from Cano. Al-Brikhan. Cano! What a save! Szczesny denies that midfield force of Saudi Arabia, Mohamed Cano.
Yes, Cano again, this time opening his legs, really attacking, really being brave, and then he doesn't stop there. Wants to pull back, and that's a good effort, but comfortable. You'd expect Szczesny to save it, but again, a good effort from Saudi Arabia.
Former Arsenal goalkeeper palming that one over. Here goes a Saudi Arabia corner. Putting a lot of pressure on that Poland goal. Break, trying to help it on, and then they'll come to nothing. Well, now keep Szczesny pumping it long. Abdelhamid.
As an attacking player, that's the last thing you want when you're under pressure. Szczesny to get the ball and try and set you on the counter-attack, and all he's done there is allowed Saudi Arabia to get the ball back and attack them again.
They're looking very dangerous indeed. Abdelhamid couldn't quite keep that in.
You can see Lewandowski's applauding Szczesny there, but he wouldn't be happy with that. It's 1 against 3, he's isolated. The best he can do is flick the ball on and no one's around him. So I think when Szczesny gets the ball, especially in the early stages where the crowd are like this, anytime you slow it down, really frustrate them, keep the ball like they're going to do now, hopefully. Get yourselves into the game.
I'll tell you, Denmark tried this tactic, just took the puck out of their own attack. Just credit to this Saudi Arabian start.
Again, long ball, very direct. Matty Cash actually wins it on this occasion, but no one around him.
It's Cash again. Look to get the return. It's asking a lot here. Leahy chases. Don't really want to get in a 50-50 with him. And Hervé Renard just a little calm at the moment. Must be pleased deep down though with their approach to these opening 15 minutes.
Yeah, amazing. I'm sure he didn't even expect the performance they got against Argentina. I'm wondering whether his team talk at half-time, whether he really was that angry or whether it was not to let his Saudi Arabia side settle on their laurels. Normally managers, when they feel a team come into the dressing room and they're confident, they're chilled, they feel that it's time, right, we need to give them a kick up the backside, let them know this game's not over, we're only 1-0 down, we're playing well, but there's another 45 to go, and he got exactly the reaction that he wanted.
And this is not what Poland would have wanted. Jakub Niewior been booked, an early booking for the tackle, and now Shahiri.
Yeah, it's one of those honest mistakes where you're just going for the ball, you miss time, and it looks a lot worse in slow motion than it actually is.
There's one Polish player in this team, in Frankowski, who, if he's booked again, will miss the game against Argentina. Saudi Arabia have 6 players in that predicament, and only be worrying about this game for now. Leahy. Al-Dasiri all diving in Cash, and he's going to pick up a booking, or is it going to be a dive? We'll see. That's for Matty Cash.
First viewing, it looked like he may have got a touch on the ball. He's definitely letting the ref know he's pointing to the ball, but it does look like it was an aggressive challenge, don't get me wrong.
A late one.
It's a late one, but it does look like he gets a touch first. No, he doesn't. I'm completely wrong. Deserved yellow.
You been on the end of one of those?
1 or 2.
From Cash himself or not?
I'm sure I have in my time.
Yeah, he just looked, yeah.
He's a very, very good defender. Tough to beat 1v1, very aggressive. He must be thinking, how's my luck? I'm a English Premier League defender playing right back for a big club. And then you've got Trent come through, you've got Carl Walker, you've got Trippier, you've got Reece James. Very unfortunate.
Alexander-Arnold. For Saudi Arabia, the set piece. Feel like they're a threat in all sorts of departments. Well, Poland brought everybody back to defend this free kick. That allows Saudi Arabia to whip one in and into the arms of Szczesny. Now break with that delivery, the right-footed left-back.
Dangerous area, very good ball in. Any ball that bounces off between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box is always going to cause problems, but unfortunately for Saudi Arabia, no one attacked the central. They all went near, they all went far, nobody could capitalise on such a good ball.
So the opening, almost 18 minutes or so, and Poland have been put under a lot of pressure from a Saudi Arabian side who couldn't be more up for this, it seems. Zielinski. He's been brought back for a free kick, the foul on Krakowiak.
If I'm one of the wide players here, Zielinski, I'm doing exactly that, running in behind.
Yeah, they're in behind here, Poland. And the challenge on the cover, Abdelhamid, greeted almost like it's a goal. They're loving every positive moment here for Saudi Arabia in this crowd. Zielinski going nowhere. Ball did go out of play though.
He's got half the pitch to run into Zielinski. Saudi Arabia's high line is that high that you don't even need to play on the shoulder. Give yourself 5 yards. Have a bit of connection with the centre midfield and say to him, if I give a shout, if I point my hands, I want the ball in behind. Let him play the pass first so you're not offside like the Argentinian players were.
Really trying to be intricate on that left-hand side.
Normally what you do is you wait for the attacker to make the run and the midfielder then plays it.
Milik losing the ball and trying to win it back. He's going to be booked surely. They are rattled to say the least.
They just need a spell. They need a couple of minutes, not even 5 minutes, just a couple of passes just to settle the nerves.
That's why you wear baggy shorts, I guess. Well, Milik, the third Polish player to pick up a yellow card, not even halfway through the first half. Zielinski picking it up, can't get the pass away. But an injury here to a Saudi Arabian players. Al-Barak, who's down, holding his neck. It's always a worrying image. Oh, and it was the big arm from Cash in trying to win the ball. There's a yellow card for the complaints from Al-Malki, but you can see why he's complaining.
Yeah. Listen, these things happen in the game. You can't jump with your arms down. You have to, it's natural to raise your arms where you're jumping. I really hope VAR don't intervene here and slow the images down and make it look a lot worse than it actually is.
Now I believe Al-Malki with that yellow card will miss Poland's final game against Mexico. Disappointment for him. 4 yellow cards. We're only 20 minutes into the game. Let's hope Mohamed Al-Barak is okay, because of course it's the same position. Well, Al-Shirani was injured. You can see why it just doesn't look good. It's innocent, you might say, on the surface from Mati Castro win the ball, but another day, you never know, the referee might have brought out another yellow card there.
Yeah, if not the referee, VAR likes to intervene in those circumstances, but yes, it doesn't look great. Yes, it's an elbow to the face, but for me, it's a footballing incident. These things happen.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific.
Thankfully, seems to be okay, Mohamed Al-Barak. One of a countless number of players in this Saudi Arabia squad who play for Al Hilal. Champions of Saudi Arabia. Crowd pleased that he's back on again, applauding.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
It can be so important when you're at a major tournament away for 6 weeks to have 12 of your brothers basically that you play with week in, week out.
You feel it can only be an advantage for Saudi Arabia, who've also had really intense camps together for a long period of time as well. They were getting themselves ready for this fitness-wise, and a cohesive group, and that's shown. And probably the most improved nation in Asia since the last World Cup. Here's Lewandowski. He's dispossessed by Al-Barak, who wins the throw-in. Going nowhere a little bit here, Poland.
No, similar to the first game, very direct, very long ball into Lewandowski and Milik, which isn't a bad tactic, which can be effective, but when you're playing an inferior side on paper like Saudi Arabia, try and grab a foothold in the game, keep possession, keep the ball, make them work.
Al-Dasiri. Still very direct with his dribbling. Al-Dasiri. Al-Shahiri. Actually getting it wide. Mohamed plays it in. Click away. Naji. Hamid getting it behind again and hooking it back again.
Who's getting there?
And they keep coming. Not able to clear. Can't get out there, Bereshinski. He does eventually usher behind, but having to work so hard just to win a goal kick.
Yeah, those little moments there where you know you got the crowd with you. Just to go that little bit of extra mile, to press a hopeless ball, just to get the adulation from the crowd.
Kamil Glik, such a important part of that Poland defence, even at his veteran age. Once part of that Monaco side that featured the likes of Bernardo Silva, Kylian Mbappe, Fabinho. James goes on. Ball goes in, trying to steal him behind. That's very good defensive cover from Albrek. And he had to get there.
Yeah, that's better from Poland. Again, it's that ball in behind which is causing problems. I think that's twice now they've almost got through, but that seems to be the route.
By Lewandowski, and he's involved again. Get it back again. Just can't settle, can't get into any sort of rhythm. The Saudis keeping this energy up.
No, but again, even off the ball, that's better. You need to put pressure on this Saudi team when they get the ball the same way they're doing to you. Don't let them have it sit off. Go and press them, go and force a mistake, force an error. Get the crowd a bit edgy.
Alois, not the best kick in the world. Can Poland take advantage? Bielik, Krakowiak, Frankowski need to link up. Cash, ball's behind him. And he'll take the corner. Better.
Yeah, definitely better. One thing you do say as a player is, can we quiet this crowd down? Can we get them to turn on their players? Can we put them under pressure, press them, make them turn the ball over, make them a bit edgy next time they get the ball?
Piotr Zielinski. It's Poland corner. They impose themselves on Saudi Arabia here. Zielinski, decent ball, and that's basically taken off the line. I don't think the goalkeeper was going to get there. Bielik seeing himself denied by Al-Shahiri.
Yeah, the great header by Bielik. It looks like in the keeper's defence, looks like he may have it covered. Yeah, he's definitely got it covered. Central of the goal, the keeper would have saved it, but he wasn't to know that. It's a great header.
Zielinski, corner again. Defended at the near post that time. Abdul Hamid takes the touch. Now Saudi Arabia have a player down, but they're still going to pile forward. Out of Siri. It's all a bit frantic. And the ball does go out of play.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. They had the man down, but they had a clear overload. One of their better players, Al Siri. So I think they made the right choice in carrying on. See what come of it.
Now Nagy was holding his Achilles initially, but he's not in a good way here.
No.
That is a bit special.
And you just know as a player, do you, Andros, if you're going to have to come off?
Yeah, thankfully, though, if it was a serious Achilles injury, he wouldn't have been able to stand up. He wouldn't have been able to walk. So the fact that he's walking, hopefully, it's just maybe a stud on the way down or something less severe.
Well, it's the first half of yellow cards. And at the moment, that just reflects the pace of this game. We don't mind seeing a few if it means get a spectacle as we've had so far. Although Poland won't be too pleased with how it's gone. Nagy seems to be okay for now.
Got to say, though, it's been a fascinating 27 minutes. I know there's been no goals, but it's been fascinating to see this Saudi Arabia side, how they react. They had so much praise, and it's so easy after one good performance to let yourself get carried away and not come out, perform again after that. But they're really enjoying this. They're really relishing this occasion that they're in.
You think the last World Cup, they opened with a 5-0 defeat to Russia and ended up bowing out of the competition with a game to spare. A game they did win against Egypt and beating Argentina. That's 2 wins in a row. They only won 2 of their previous 15 games at the World Cup. Lewandowski going nowhere and crowding out does win the free kick eventually. I think there were 5 green shirts around him. And when I've got to say, Anders, when you're facing a side maybe you don't know too much about, how do you prepare for games like that?
Well, I think Argentina will have that excuse. It was the unknown quantity. Like I said before, you can spend as much time you want in the video room, in an analysis room, going through videos, but if you're Lionel Messi, you really don't care what Saudi Arabia have to offer. But this Polish side have no excuse. They know full well what this Saudi Arabia side is going to bring, and have brought for this first half an hour.
So far, though, it's been Saudi Arabia on top.
Players' attention span isn't the longest either, so you get us in a video room for half an hour.
Glad you said that, Andros. Not for me to say.
I've got 2 minutes left and I'll switch off.
Don't forget the added time. Here comes Saudi Arabia. Al-Dasiri couldn't take down in his strike. Kukoviak with a foot in. Milik picking it up for Poland. Bukowski. Cash.
Look where you've got Lewandowski now, right back position, having no joy, having no space, having to drop so deep.
Lewandowski chasing after this, couldn't take it. But it's still alive for Poland. Frankowski couldn't find Cash.
Counter.
When that happens, there's trouble for Poland. Al-Shahiri. Kano. Abdelhamid to his right. Kano inside.
Kukoviak tries to get it forward quickly. Has he found his man?
Siri. Oh, too much in the end.
This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. It's come loose. Lovely bit of skill there. He's gone for it! Oh, that's a fine save!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Has a pop! He has done it! Back to within one! Interesting!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Good ball. It's Lewandowski! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
They've scored! Lewandowski at his
and runs from deep as well. I saw Kukoviak make a run from midfield. Lewandowski almost got in as well, and that was when he started a little deeper.
Abdelhamid is...
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Forward it goes. Out towards the flank. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. And that's a throw-in. And it's got through. And it's hoisted clear. Whipped it again. Hits one! And yes, it's there! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Glick drives it forward. That's a throw.
Against Denmark in a group that also contains Tunisia and Australia, and then later 6 o'clock kickoff, Argentina, Mexico.
PM Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Saudi Arabia.
Krikoviak.
The game to Spain. Win over Germany, who were dismantled by Spain. Early start for that one. Renard. Video half-time, you know, if you want Messi's photo and all that. Right now, you can see.
Toe-to-toe and done very, very well. Listen, I understand where those players are coming from. I had the honour of playing against Ronaldo last year, Old Trafford. He came on as a sub, and honestly, I couldn't focus on the game until I asked him for his shirt.
During the game?
During the game. I waited for a corner. Bizarrely, I was marking him. I waited for a corner. I said, like, can I have your shirt after? And after that, like, I could get out of my head. I could focus on the game, and thankfully ended up scoring on that occasion.
Oh, hold on. What did he say?
He said, yeah, and then after I scored and done the suit, I don't think he was... I managed to get it, but I don't think he was as accommodating.
Yeah, I don't think he enjoys it when players do that. Watch that Ghana game, I tell you.
Yeah, butchered it as well, both of us.
There's only one Ronaldo, there's only one Lewandowski, but he can't really get in the game as such. And they brought the stretcher on here, but he's not going to use it.
No, I think it was just a stud as Lewandowski landed on his arm. I don't think that's worthy of a stretcher, even in today's day and age.
And you think that the way Saudi Arabia performed in this World Cup, in many ways, is what the World Cup's all about.
No, definitely. What?
The passion for playing for your nation, the colour in the crowd, and these Saudi Arabian players in these first two games have shown everything.
Listen, I've got to say, when I saw my schedule and saw Saudi Arabia, Poland, I thought I'd drawn the short straw somewhere, but listen, watching them against Argentina and watching today, it's been an honour to be here and witness it.
Yeah, no short straws round here. The longest possible of the pack.
Should have saw my reaction when I saw your name next to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want my shirt? No, you can't have it. Here's Glick. Cash. Notice I move on quickly, Andros, after bad jokes. Back it goes to Szczesny. Breakan, that bandage on his elbows back there in the back four.
That'll be the final action of the first half. It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it?
Cano
From what we've seen so
finding
far,
Abdelhamid on every occasion, but he couldn't keep that in. Makes so much joy down that side.
Yeah, they are, and I think the little injury break done Saudi a bit of good. I think it was the first time Poland really did assert themselves in the game, really did get bodies into the Saudi Arabia half, and just having that few minutes rest just killed any momentum that Poland did have.
Kowski does well. Finds Cash, and Cash across! Oh, goalkeeper! They can't keep it out! Poland against the runner play, Piotr Zielinski. And that is football laid bare. Saudi the better side for most of this first half, but Poland have pounced.
Yeah, totally against the runner play, but that is the way to play against a high line. None of this intricate passing, get the ball in behind, get your players running into space. Did it perfectly there. Lewandowski probably should have scored. Ball in behind, no, he's not looking to be precise. Get the ball in behind, cause one or two problems. Great ball in the box. You expect Lewandowski to score. I don't know if the keeper got a touch, but he regained his composure, cut it back, and Zielinski puts it in the roof of the net.
Well. A 10th international goal. Piotr Zielinski of Napoli, and the glum Saudi faces, because they have been the better side. But we know how football works, and Poland all of a sudden spring in their step. Lewandowski drives it low, and there were two waiting, but he couldn't reach either of them.
And that is football. I know you may not have seen it, we want a replay, but that is football. Poland haven't put one good press in all game, and all of a sudden they score a goal and they're on the front foot, they've got the confidence up, they're pressing the Saudi team right from kick-off, and they almost get a second off the back of it.
And a true test here of Saudi Arabia's resolve. They were a goal behind at half-time to Argentina and came back. Well, they're going to have to do it again.
Yeah, the good thing is it's close to half-time. The manager can get into them, settle them down, remind them what they've done before, remind them they can do it again.
We have said already that is how football works, but it's also why so many people love it. You can be under all that pressure, and then all of a sudden, if you have the quality, you can pounce.
And you see how well Poland do now. They've got the goal, how composed they are on the ball, how settled they are. They know that the pressure's off them now. They've got the goal. They can forget about the high press, the crowd, and settle into the game and really start to impose themselves, which they haven't really done so far.
And the crowd trying to lift their side, and I can say that because there's so many Saudi Arabian supporters. For Zielinski, now Lewandowski was on the move, didn't come to him. And that's rescued from Bereshinski. He plays out on the left-hand side. He was Poland's right back, but when Mati Cash cleared for Poland, Bereshinski ended up moving to the left to deal with Abdelhamid on that side, and now Breakan as well.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot of Saudi Arabia's play to be on this left-hand side with Al-Dosiri, but they found joy on the right-hand side, and when you find joy somewhere, you've got to keep doing it, and that's why we're seeing Al-Dosiri not stay wide, to come in and combine in the pockets.
They're combining again. Abdelhamid free. That's the freedom of that right-hand side. All played inside of him. Shahiri goes down. A look towards the referee, not interested.
Good work again on the right-hand side. Saudi Arabia probably need one or two more bodies in the box alongside Al-Brekan if they are going to break the resolve.
Oh, there's the touch there from Bielik. How much of the ball gone?
He's got no contact on the ball, but I know that the refs don't like theatrical falls, and we've had meetings with referees where they've said Well, VAR checking it.
Oh, they are checking it. The VAR. Canada Drew Fisher having a look. And the referee's going to have a look. And I was going to say, we know what this means, but the referee didn't change his mind in the game between Denmark and Tunisia. Will he change his mind this time round? Wilton Sampaio.
I can't see him because there is contact there, and normally the theatrical fall goes against the attacking player, but it looks as if they're officiating this one a bit differently. The contact is definitely there. But then the right leg gives way before the left leg, which got the challenge, so normally that would go against the attacker.
Well, that angle might be the damning one for Christian Bielik.
It's a penalty. Nothing more than they deserve as well.
Here we go. Penalty to Saudi Arabia. And Bielik shows his frustration, his disappointment. Al-Shahiri.
What a reaction. Made their hairs on the back of my neck stand up. The crowd are something else here. Definitely contact.
Well, Qatar may be the host nation, but I'm telling you, Saudi Arabia, who share a border with Qatar, have brought over a fair few thousand.
And I'm sure they've got a lot of the neutrals as well. I'm a converted fan.
And Poland not happy, and they will delay this penalty for as long as possible. And so, Faras Albraikan.
This is all to try and unsettle Albraikan. They know the ref's not going to change his mind, but delaying time, standing in front of the penalty spot. Sure, Szczesny will do all of his antics on the line as well, all to unsettle the striker.
Well, we're going to have 10 minutes of added time in the first half, but before then, they've changed their penalty taker. It's Salam Al-Dasiri from the spot for Saudi Arabia. Await the noise. It's not going to come that time or again, because Szczesny is there for Poland. Not once, but twice. But is it going to have to be taken again? Hervé Renard can't believe it. The spot kick saved. They're just checking if Szczesny was okay. They're still waiting, incidentally.
Normally when you stutter your run-up, you're looking at the keeper, you're waiting for him to dive. But he started his run-up, he's looking at the keeper, and he's put it the same way.
So confirmed. It's not going to be a retake. Wojciech Szczesny to the rescue for Poland. Corner for Saudi Arabia. Couldn't take the chance, and the corner comes to nothing. What a way to pop a balloon.
Yeah, you said last minute they changed penalty takers. It looked as if it was Albraikan standing over it, and then Al-Dasiri pulled rank. I don't know whether he was the original taker and Albraikan was chancing his luck, but...
And Poland could take advantage there, but the pass was poor. Christian Bielik, deep sigh of relief from him.
Need to keep getting the ball wide, especially out to Abdul Hamid, who's having so much joy. Need more bodies in the box.
To fail from the spot like that, can you imagine if Saudi Arabia had scored that penalty? But for Poland's sake, they didn't. Leahy squeezing that pass away, trying to spread that ball out to the right-hand side, but Abdul Hamid can't keep that in. Here's a game of margins. That's what we feel as the person watching, but is it that close? Is it that tight? back of his foot there, right on the line.
Wasn't the best of penalties, in all honesty.
Well, we'd like to, if we can, bring in Peter Walton on that penalty. Everything okay with Szczesny there?
Everything's okay with Szczesny. As we know, the law says that you have to have at least a part of your foot on the line when a penalty is taken, and Szczesny there was just on the line, and therefore the VAR didn't have the evidence to give to the referee again. So, yeah, it was okay and above law.
Peter, what about the actual penalty incident itself? Do referees look at theatrical falls and maybe hold that against a player when making a decision?
The fall does make an impression, of course, but that was given by asked by the VAR, not the referee. The referee wasn't sold on the actual decision of the player falling down. He was sold when he was given the opportunity to look at the monitor, and we can all see that there was clear contact on the standing leg of the Saudi forward, and therefore I think it was the right decision. A lot of people say it was a soft decision, but I think it was the right decision because there's a foul occurred.
Thank you very much, Peter. A confirmation there that Al Amri was booked. So another booking in this first half. Saudi Arabia. I was going to say running out of time in this first half, but there's so much of it. Still 5 minutes to play at least. Al-Siri.
That's off my bucket list, that, being able to ask the referee a question.
Kano. Abdelhamid, plenty of green shirts in the middle, can't find any of them.
Yeah, it's typical. He's put 3 or 4 great crosses in the box, not had the bodies in there, and the one time there's 3 or 4 bodies in there, he's not able to find the right one. But that is the route for Saudi Arabia.
Al-Siri had so much of the ball. They've looked dangerous. They've tested Szczesny. But Poland still have a clean sheet as it stands. And I just love the fact on your bucket list is speaking to referees. I thought you did that every game.
They don't let you anywhere near them, the refs. Anytime you get within their airspace.
Mohamed El Break rescued. And it's that subtle thing when we did the game between Switzerland and Cameroon. The Cameroon conceded that goal after playing well. It just took so much out of them, even though there's so much time in the game.
But it's natural. You know how hard it is to score a goal. So when you're on top, you don't score, and then you concede one on top of it. It really does knock the wind out of yourselves. But again, credit to this Saudi side. They've gone behind, they've missed the penalty, but they're still the ones looking to attack and looking to make the breakthrough.
There are some Poland fans here. They were delighted with that moment, as was Czesław Michniewicz. Well, it's been an interesting first half in so many ways. And player down here in El Malki. Might catch you there, Zielinski. Tries to have caught him.
I'm sure he did, but we can't see it there, can we?
He's holding his head. He's certainly in pain. They've been very unfortunate in this regard, Saudi Arabia, it feels. Poor moment for Yasser Al-Sharani in the last game. They lost their captain for this game. There was a banner in the ground, wishing both the players luck in recovery. Yasser Al-Sharani and Salman Al-Faraj. Abdelhamid trying to get the defender again. Well, he's had a tough time on the left-hand side, Veroshinsky, against this man.
He has. He's been their biggest threat in the game. It'll be interesting to see if on 1 or 2 occasions Saudi Arabia do switch it from the right-hand side and look to get Joy on the left, because there's no doubt Poland will be covering over, getting the centre-back over, getting the left winger to cover back round, and the space will be the switch of play. So it'll be interesting to see if the manager does make that point at half-time and get Al-Dosiri and Al-Burak on this left-hand side combining as well.
Speaking of switching, Andros, seen Lewandowski and Milik, strange positions on the left of the front, in the middle, Zielinski in the 10 and all that
Yeah, you do. When you know you're not getting joy on one side, you look to find ways to get into the game. And on one or two occasions, Lewandowski's swapping sides, and Zielinski is not really, although he scored the goal, he's not really happy with the amount of ball he's had where he's at, so he's going elsewhere to search for it.
It's not been a brilliant half from Poland, but they have the lead. And that will please them on its own.
To be honest, this is their clear tactics. Yes, they're not playing well to the fan or to the eye, but this is a tactic of the manager. Did the same in the first game.
Frankowski, that's going to break. And it almost slipped through to Zielinski. That's why you're here, Andros, to give us that clearer picture. We just want goals, and then we're seeing how well they're playing. Saudi Arabia. Abrekan. Inside, Cano. And again. Wide it goes. Malki. Abdulhamid, time again to get the cross, goes for the low one. But Poland have dealt with most of those balls coming in, and they deal with that one as well.
They have, but it's only a matter of time before they get the ball out wide and make them pay. So they really need to look at it at half-time, whether drop the winger in or centre-half or centre midfielder.
Abdulhamid.
Switch of play. Albarak's on the switch of play if they can see it.
Abdulhamid goes down the line then. Abrekan. Abdulhamid, Cano. Oh. The serial, the touch was loose, and you can often be punished in those sort of situations. Lewandowski, oh, of all people.
Yeah, that's not like the pair of them. Not like the pair of them. Al-Dassiri is in a great position. Looked to roll over with the sole of his foot, and unfortunately didn't get it right, but thankfully he wasn't made to pay.
Well, half-time, and a lot happened in that first half, but the key moments was the goal scored by Piotr Zielinski after a decent build-up from Poland, and then the failure from the spot from Al-Dassiri when Wojciech Szczesny saved the penalty and then saved the follow-up as well. Saudi Arabia played well, but they trail at the break, as they did against Argentina. Half-time, Poland 1, Saudi Arabia 0.
Who's going to tell her the first half's already finished? And that's why KFC Delivery sponsors ITV's coverage of the FIFA World Cup.
Who outside our small circle of friends have you ever revealed your real self to?
Man, I